Understanding is always immediate. It happens in total effortlessness, and it always confuses human beings with all their myth of rigid discipline and hard work to attain an understanding, a realization. The reality is, in our society, such a myth of rigid discipline and hard work as an essential condition to attain a true understanding of life is created just to prevent man to get at that, to get at that true understanding of his life. A habit of belief in such myths is enough to make him lose all his original spontaneity and get him ready to be exploited by various concepts and idealism. If light comes, it does not come alone, it comes with an enlightened space around so that your movement can be broader. You can see more, you can feel more. True understanding of life is that light. It makes your living psychologically and spiritually more spacious and greater. But a habit of belief in those myths only makes your life day by day narrower and closed to each other, dominated by your concepts and ideals which stand in sharp conflict with the concepts and ideals of others. But true understanding of life is just like light. It is not a concept, but an experience. And as it is non conceptual, it cannot be shared also. But though the understanding cannot be shared, but the newly found lifestyle associated with the understanding can certainly be shared. Of course, the very lifestyle then becomes an embarrassment and threats to the society possessed by various concepts and idealism which find justification of their own just in relevance of contradicting and conflicting with the other. But when the true understanding of life takes place, such contradictions and conflicts disappear. A man of real understanding of life lives the feelings of all the persons around. He talks through all the voices of others that keeps him in perfect equilibrium or balance. He eats and undergoes through all the joys and sufferings of others. He gets connected to his existence in an original, unique way. He then knows how to share and what the moral integrity really is. As the birds fly happy in an empty sky, so a man of real understanding lives happy in such non conceptuality. To be precise, here, whatever is harmonious with nature, with this cosmos, is this truth, which knows no conflict and disaster. Rather, being one with the entirety of nature and cosmos, it accepts everything as the very process of nature and cosmos. How the trees read our minds, and how poetically the, the worms and insects communicate with each other then becomes a beautiful meditative business to observe. Joy is never a concept. Living in such non conceptual joy is innate in human nature. He never forgets it, though he loses his confidence to live in it by being trapped in the conceptual framework of the society. It is like human diffidence about swimming. The very art of swimming lies innate in human nature. He does not need to learn it. It is the experience of millions of years with the sea that he has. Even before his last birth, he floated in the liquid of his mother's womb. Nevertheless, many of the human beings go through all their life with this belief that they never can swim. The very task of swimming is impossible for them. But if you are free from your dependence on all the given beliefs and other such conceptual frames, then you are very spontaneously in a non conceptual light which, which brightens the very understanding that each wave of the sea is essentially a river, and each river of this earth is potentially a sea, and it can be felt externally as well as internally. As a connectedness then overwhelms all our vision and understanding of everything. It is in a non-verbal state of utter silence such vision and its understanding takes place. As you have got yourself free from all the given concepts, beliefs, and idealism, so your mind is delivered from all the conflicts with others. Your mind has therefore stopped chattering, and great quantity of your energy is saved thereby that enlightens perhaps all the dark corners of your mind. It is then a silence, a vision, an understanding which always lies beyond the process of conceptualization. The deeper you take a dive into the oceanic awareness within and without, the quicker all such conceptions, beliefs, and idealism will be dissolved. All our hopes, wishes, expectations are the activities which belong to the realm of conceptuality. They are nothing but the pseudo serious place of all our beliefs and idealism. All such hopes, wishes, and expectations are quite non existent in your non conceptual living. The dewdrop does not hope, and the moon does not expect, but whatever is natural spontaneously happens. As the moon is reflected on the dewdrop, the moon becomes the dewdrop, and dewdrop becomes the moon, and interconnectedness prevails. There is only one universal religion, and that is only to survive. Everything in this universe wants to survive, even all the human illusions also. So, for the sake of survival, this conceptuality needs to resist this natural feeling of being interconnected, and for this, this conceptuality arranges for everything: society, idealism, warfares, and many others. They are nothing but conspiracies created, hatched by such conceptualities. But if one stops and refrains from being a blind followers of all such conceptual activities, then we are again back in the flow of such interconnectedness. Our non-conceptual spontaneity is like those of grass and trees. Unless you continually go on to destroy them, they will eventually overtake all your space, this grass and trees.